Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's play soccer. Okay. National anthem. Sean, do you have this? Yeah. So hockey sound. If you do that, automatically default. That's right. You can load songs into national songs. So, this just goes.
Are we streaming? Well, what a special treat we have for you today. Guest announcing Kevin Velasquez along with Sean Cox. We give special thanks to the maestro, the wizard, Mark Ullman, and all of his wizardry. We're just having a brief warm-up meeting. I think they're testing to see whether the field is level. It looks like there's a corner over there that may be slightly out of spec. No. Looks pretty level. Does this work too?
This is for that. So I have a switch on this to turn that off. So that's not on. And when you want to turn it on, you just flip that up. And now you're on.
Sounds good. We're learning as we go here, people.
Volume systems. So this one, you shouldn't even have to touch. I usually put them at about 2 o'clock. And then for the sound, for the music, this one really temperamental. You need it about right there. And then you can adjust your volume on the phone for sound.
Well, our referee crew is dutifully inspecting each goal to ensure the proper security of it. And I think there's actually a rock, paper, scissors to determine who will be the center official of our 3 official crew. This is my mute, right? Or
That one.
We earlier sent it down to our intrepid sideline reporters who noted that there was a hole in the top of the net, no doubt as a result of the strength of the shots coming in during warm-up. That now requires stitching. Looks like with string and needle out there. But these guys are pros, you can tell. It looks like that's Max DeMars down there. And you know what, that's actually duct tape.
To Max's credit, he did help build the field, so it would make
Yeah.
sense.
This is the kind of dedication you expect, I think, from a soccer parent. Whether it's ball boy, net roof fixing, well, we are close to going live here. The teams are finally taking the field at long last. Let's see if we see any early signs of stagnation as a result of the short delay. We look checked in here, locked in. By locked in, I mean focusing our camera. Kickoff is underway. Straight down the left side is John Marshall. Good spell of early possession leads to a long shot, which is deflected out for a corner. John Marshall.
And then you should need.
Stop and whistle, correct?
No, you just let it go.
No, I mean when he
If they score, if he does this, and the only time he'll do that is if there's an injury.
Looks like they've taken the corner short. Back to the overlap, and then the cross comes in. Headed on frame, and that's an early goal for John Marshall. I didn't catch the number of the scorer, but based on the high-fiving going on, I believe it's number 14. That was my guess. All right, let's see what the response is from West. Plays it back to Amos, up to Wursel. The ball swings out wide. Throw in West. Could be. I think that's right. We apologize to those who missed the goal because I had not moved the camera. And that would be all of you. John Marshall pinging it around the midfield before sending it out wide to the corner, and another cross. John Marshall regains possession outside of the box on the wide left. Ball out of play for a goal kick. Cox sends it out wide, goes as far as a John Marshall player who recycles the ball outside. Well cut out by Amos, but recovered by Marshall. A one-time shot is blocked. A second shot is blocked. And the ball is cleared out for a John Marshall throw. Another bit of pressure absorbed by the West defense. John Marshall with a long throw, flicked along. The ball's put up and out of the danger area. Noah Wurzel the first to the loose ball. Let's see if West can enjoy a spell of possession here. John Marshall recovers shortly after half and swings it around the defense. John Marshall all the way back to their goalie and back out.
I get in here, I'll do the camera. I give you room to look, see?
Perfect. John Marshall with some possession. Well won by the midfield for West. And a foul on DeMars, drawn by DeMars. West free kick. See if we can't get some numbers forward here. West looks to be preparing to send it into the box. Ball in. Headed up. Free ball. Shot off, but DeMars is not able to get much on it. Back to West for possession. Silsel back to Rob in the defense. Looking for options. West maintaining a little bit of pressure here as AJ swings it through, and I'm not sure what that was intended for, but it may have been a shot from the defender. John Marshall looking to build out from the back. Well intercepted for a West throw. Well done by Sozel to find a pass through the line. The ball's lost in possession. West recovers. Marshall regains and attacks down the left wing. It looks like there's some overlapping. Well read by the defense. Let's see what kind of transition we can do here. We've got 3 moving forward. Long throw from John Marshall. Picked up by the defense. Looks like we're going back to the goalkeeper. And back out long to the center. Controlled by John Marshall. Try to get their feet underneath them through the lines.
He's offside.
We've got an offside call. That seemed obvious to everyone. Mankato's done well to settle in after a very quick goal by John Marshall.
45 seconds in.
Nice interception. And West settles back into some possession. Errant pass through the midfield, and now we've got an out-on run, but John Marshall got a little bit greedy. A second pass out of the defense intercepted, and now John Marshall is driving down the left side looking for a cross. The ball comes through the middle, intercepted, but back to John Marshall at the top of the 18. Another interception, and it looks like we're clearing the zone. We don't have anyone out there, but we're out of danger for the time being. Wursel with the through ball attempt. It wasn't there. John Marshall recovers and tries a through ball of their own.
He wasn't off.
We have an offsides call, and we will take it.
Take it. He was not.
I think we can all agree he was offsides by a lot. West looks to be taking this free kick long. Down the middle. Let's see if they can't win that second ball, which they do. Turn it to attack. A scrum. West comes out with it. Loses possession. John Marshall looking to counter, but it's broken up by Solzy in the middle. West is continuing to try and apply some light pressure, and here comes the press. John Marshall's able to find their way through, but West is behind the ball. Nice one-on-one defending, but it's a John Marshall throw. Quick throw. John Marshall begging for the handball. It's given, perhaps as a result of the request. This is going to be from a dangerous area where they can swing it in and also put pressure on the goalkeeper. And it looks like we've got 3 in a wall. Here comes the kick. It's on the ground. A well-designed play. The runner was on it, but was not able to get the one-time shot on goal. You can tell that that had been worked on by their set-piece coach. Harrison Velasquez into the game for number
21, Harrison Velasquez.
For Mason Ballard. He'll be out wide on the right. The goal kick comes out to the middle. West intercepts, maintains possession. So as he turns, we'll have to see if we can't get some sharp counterattacking moves here. Solzy beats one man. Leaves it for DeMars. That's going to be a loose ball. Well done by Velasquez. West maintains possession and builds up. West seems content here to try and build slowly through the midfield, and John Marshall seems content to let them, with a lot of numbers back, that attempt through the lines intercepted. John Marshall swings it back. That one goes under the foot of Jackson Anderson and out for a Rochester throw. Rochester's driving into the 18. The cross to the open man who's shot, but it's blocked by Velasquez. And the ball is cleared momentarily, but not out of danger. A long shot off the post, off the crossbar rather, but back into Brody Cox's hands. It's tough to tell whether he had that one covered. That hit the very top of the post and bounced almost straight up, which gave Brody a chance to recover and grab the ball on the bounce. The goal kick out to DeMars, who looks to be fouled but no call. Let's see if it's a handball or a foul. Handball. Rochester overloads on numbers on the left. It's a through ball, it's cleared, but only as far as the John Marshall midfield. Through ball, but that very close, well defended by the goalie. John Marshall had nothing to do but send it out. We've got a mass substitution. We may not be able to get these numbers. You want to go through it one at a time?
In for the Scarlets. Number 6, Isaac Allman. Number 7, Connor Yonkers.
10.
Number 10, Mo Hassan.
Jacoby.
Number 13, Jacoby Tosh.
Where at?
And number 20, Abdi Abdullahi.
All right, another shot right at Cox. He had the angle. Save. John Marshall's getting some good looks at goal, though. We're going to have to see if we can't firm things up in the midfield. Got a disciplined defensive structure for John Marshall. West is having a tough time getting it past. And a giveaway, costly and dangerous in the midfield by Harrison, but the counter breaks down. Let's see if West has a chance to break. They've got 5 even number run here. Things slow up and it looks like we're going to lose it. Wicks regains possession. West again trying to build through the middle, but John Marshall have numbers. Looks like good intervention, but it's coming right back in. Good defense by Jacoby to win that ball back one-on-one. And West doesn't have many numbers forward, so he's going to pull it back and hope that our forwards can get in position here. We've got really everybody on our own third of the field. Again, a long throw leads to an open man who shoots. Just wide. It's not clear. It looks like Brody had that covered. I think he just let it go out for a goal kick. We're going to give him the benefit of the doubt there. West brings it up. It looks like John Marshall's moved their defensive line a little bit higher now. Let's see if we can't get past that line. We do the opposite and we give it away in our own 18. Luckily, Rob, Johnny on the spot here, intercepts, and let's see what we can do. All right. And now we've got some openings. Now we're playing direct in a diagonal ball, but again, John Marshall's behind the play. Ball goes through the midfield and John Marshall wins it. And now they're coming through. A good turnover created. Let's see what we can do here. And Tosh keeps control in tight spaces, sends the ball through, intercepted. John Marshall with the ball. Trying to patiently build out. And West wins it back. Stop the clock. Let's see what we have from the referee. Some extracurriculars going on off the ball, and I missed it.
What I saw was Mo stole the ball, maybe stepped on the kid's foot, and the kid flopped. And lay there, and Mo went over to check on him, and I don't think there were words exchanged, but
I think maybe the referee just trying to get ahead of it. Ullman up there by himself on the press. But the pressure leads to a turnover. West wins it, but Rochester attacking with numbers on the left flank. That looks to be too long. Cut out by Anderson. Well done on the angle. Harrison loses possession. Looks like the ball off for Rochester throw. Looks like an angled ball, dangerous ball across. Rochester is able to bundle it home from inside the 6 on the cross. Again, missed the number. It may have been 23. Luckily, we're not charged with keeping the official book of who scores and who assists. Unless we are.
is it 15? There's no 15 on here. So, it's not on my roster.
I think we're going to consult the rule book and they may have to nullify this goal. Tosh carrying it forward. Typically we send it backing up. Trying something a little bit different. And we have 2 players working to handle the ball. The ball goes out wide. Nice pressure through the midfield. We're on a Again, 2 on 7, but Ullman's able to maintain control. He's got a dangerous run just outside the reach of Jack Hagan, who looks to have entered the game. John Marshall attacking down the right flank. The cutback, Wicks, timely interception along with some help in the back there. I must have missed a substitution because I think that was Abdiaziz. Ball out to Ullman, who has some good hold-up play as he waits for some help. Sends it out wide. Hagan's able to get there to maintain possession. John Marshall looks comfortable in defense here. Ullman attempted to carry through the midfield. Not a lot of runners, so he brings it back. Junker's outside, that's intercepted, but only out to West, who's popped it up. We're going to have to fight for possession here. A fair shoulder charge by Ullman, but doesn't win the ball, but Jacoby does. Attacking by himself down the left, no runners in support, so he's going to see what he can do. He holds it up. Nice look. Wicks does well to slow it up. And the ball bundles through a through ball. This should be easy for Brody, and it is. Let's see how we can bring this out. Ullman controls to Tosh. Out for a West throw. Some quick movement here. Tosh has some space to move forward, but still 7 Marshall defenders behind. Junker's out wide to Hagan. Counter drives too. Looks like he's setting up for a long shot, which dribbles through to the goalie. I think we need to try and find some combination play and puzzle through that midfield. Ullman with a good job in possession. To Tosh. But it is only Jack and Tosh out here on the right. Let's see if we can attack now and switch the field a little bit. Now got some numbers. A dribble, but again, the goal is a shot from about 25 yards out without power. Amos gets his head to it. West fouls, but we play advantage, and John Marshall carries on. West wins it back. Not a lot of help. He doesn't have many places to go. It looks like he has squeezed it out. Hagan on the right. He's got some space with one runner. Little battle that Ullman's wins, but another challenge. That's going to be a West throw. We send it back to try and hold possession.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right.
Wholesale substitution by both teams.
Nearly wholesale substitution here. Waiting at the center line. John Marshall's done a good job of getting that ball through, but this time Mateo does a good job preventing the cross. Looks like the ball goes out for a throw. Loose ball out to West. Ullman's got it. He's got two players running through the middle, but John Marshall back. That is going to be a foul on 23 and a free kick. Hopefully this will give West a chance to get some numbers forward. Let's see if our set piece play practice is going to pay off and do something to put some pressure on this Rochester goalkeeper. We're not subbing now. We'll see what we do later. The delivery's low. It's cut out by John Marshall, but they had almost all of their players back. Oh, and it looks like we have an injury by Ullman. He's down. That's left us short-handed, but he's holding his hamstring. That would explain that kick. We've got an injury. I think we're going to kick the ball out. Or that looked unfortunate as it happened. There was no pressure on the ball, and he went straight down. The mass substitution occurs as we check on Ullman's injury. That's nice work for Isaac. He'd been effective holding up that ball and moving it forward. We'll see what that turns out to be, but he's walking very gingerly toward the sideline. We had the wholesale substitution while he was being treated to. I don't know that we're going to be able to reproduce that for you, but I think we had 7 players come on. And we'll restart here with about 12 minutes left in the first half. Mankato down 2 goals, needs to try and do something to create some chances. We haven't really been able to possess the ball in dangerous spaces in the attacking third. John Marshall's done a good job when they lose the ball to get numbers behind. West wins the ball back in midfield. And brings it out to the right side with Tosh. Out to Ballard, back to Tosh. A good little bit of passing here. DeMars tries a nutmeg unsuccessfully, but gets the ball back. It looks like the signals got crossed in the throw-in. And I think we're going to count that as a shot on target from the end line. Werso with some possession in the center midfield, over to Tosh. Back to AJ. Dangerous pass. DeMars almost in to steal. But John Marshall scrapes it back to the goalie, who recovers And another good spell of pressure leads to a turnover, and it's right back into the zone. Let's see if Wersall can drive through, and another long shot, but again, bounces harmlessly to the goalkeeper. Seems like West is getting a little impatient with their possession and resorting to shots from distance which have not been fruitful. Here's an opportunity for John Marshall, and maybe fortuitous bounce leads to a difficult shot. Cox had it covered. It goes out for a goal kick.
That's Salsley, and can you see the number on that? Is that 12?
Solsley on for Mankato, number 12 for Caden.
Take it back in for the Scarlets, number 17, Christian Salsley. In for John Marshall, number 12, Caden Pan.
DeMars running on. He's got 3 to beat. Let's see who can help. He's got an overlapping run. Doesn't see it. Goes back to Wicks. Up to Anderson, who attempts to turn. Ball stays in somehow. Dangerous challenge. Dangerous opportunity here. Let's see what we can do. Looks up. No one there for a cross. Space in the midfield for Solzy. West goes all the way back to the defense. A one-man pressure squad by the forward here, who's been running all over the field, but it works. Forces a turnover. John Marshall wins the ball for a throw. West has numbers over here. Ballard wins it into the middle and back to Wicks. I think we might need to start looking for somewhat of a more aggressive pass when we get that turnover. DeMars drives towards the goal. Finds a relief valve out back. We go wide to Ballard. Back to the middle. Some communication in the middle, but we finally come out with it. DeMars loses it, but in the process of going down, it looks like he was fouled. We're going to try this again on a set piece to try and get it in there and get a head on it or get a loose ball. Find a way to get that ball in the goal. Ball's up again. I don't think that's the goal on the bouncer, but it almost led to a chance. Sometimes the trickery is what gets you. John Marshall looking to try and establish some possession now. John Marshall keeps it and moves it over to the right. They look to have found some space, but that ball runs out for a West throw. Good patience by West. Wurzel to Tobin. It looks like he's got that diagonal. He's going to try and use it. He's got Ballard coming through. Challenge, heavy touch. We get that ball back on the loose ball. DeMars tries to turn, loses it, and Solsley does a good job to slow it up. Some danger here, but great job defending. Ooh, a big lunge in by number 6, who catches Demars. Didn't look intentional, but a nice deft touch there by Ollie. Unfortunately, left the knee right into his leg. I think the goal here is to loft it into the 18 so that we can get ahead on it. That's a much better attempt, but just a little long. Keeper able to grab. John Marshall moving it around. Tobin intercepts. Grin wins the throw. Sozo slings it to Wurzel. Goes back to Sozo. That's a long pass, and it is a chance for an interception. Another gamble. Rochester has slowed it down. Mankato's able to get numbers back. Wurzel controls, sends it back to Wicks. Over to Amos. Keeps it moving right. Wurzel with some room. Let's see what he can do. A nice effort at a diagonal pass. We win the second ball. And the ball sent in. I think that miss hit on his attempt to find DeMars in the middle. West generates a turnover. Out wide, Sozel dribbles through two players. Sozo looks around, finds Ballard. Tosh comes on. 19. Sebastian Homer. Right.
No, it's 14.
Oh, there's Tanner.
In for the Scarlets, number 14, Tanner Dumdye, and number 19, Sebastian Homer.
Tobin just a little far for Solzy. Let's see if we can't turn him back over. Two players. Early intervention by Homer. Wins the ball back. Let's see what we have here. Space through the runs past the defense. It looks like he's got some space on the right. Looking to turn to get his shot. Well done by the defense to prevent the shot and win the ball. Ball comes back. We're speculative shot from wide. And that's going to be a Mankato goal kick. We've got a minute and a half left in the first half. Let's see what West can do to solve this defensive riddle here. Dumdye trying to occupy some space behind the John Marshall 6. Comes back for the ball, loses it. Marshall's driving now down the left into the 18. Good intervention. West clears. DeMars turns, carries. Defender with him the whole time. And through ball covered well. Homer grabs the ball. Christian to Ballard, and he moves it to the midfield. Good intervention by Wicks. Finds himself in possession down the left. Challenging a defender. 5 seconds left. I'm not sure we're going to get anything here. That's going to be it. Wicks with a late slide. And your halftime score 2-0. West seemed a bit shell-shocked by that first minute goal. All right, we're going to go live early. Normally we would start at about the 1 minute mark, but we had a tricky dance.
Come on, Kate.
Okay, we're going to need this kind of energy from all of our fans this second half. And I'm going to be honest, we're going to need that kind of energy from those of you listening live on the stream. I'm sure there are dozens of you, so why don't you blow up that chat. Let's hear what you have to say. Don't forget to like, follow, do all the things that you do on the YouTube, right? Venmo. Check out Mark's PayPal. This extensive work, trust me, isn't free. You can send your bags of cash to just Mankato. Just send it up to Mankato. We'll make sure we we'll know where it goes. All right, we're lining up here for the second half. I'm not going to try and go through our lineup, but it looks like we made a few changes. Good news, Ullman back on the field. Whatever ailed Isaac after that free kick, looks like he's going to give it a go.
That's the right move.
I think, with the benefit of hindsight after the second half, we'll tell you if it was the right move. Certainly no risk of re-injury on a muscle strain. And we're going to do our best to tilt the field a little bit towards the John Marshall goal. I think if we had to guess what the coach was talking about at halftime, it's probably something in the nature of, let's try and get the ball and be quick and direct in our attacks. Run the ball, make some runs off the ball as we are trying to win it back, so that if we do, there's some danger in it. Dangerous ball goes into the goalkeeper, but we're not able to put pressure on him. Ooh, Velasquez almost steals it in a dangerous position. Rochester builds through.
Give a shout out to Grandma far away. That's Amy Sanderson's grandma.
Appreciate that. Ball back. We also have a goalkeeping change. Rochester throw-in on the right side.
Number 1,
Some pressure. He finds a way through. I'm going to call that a ridiculous back heel. That went to nobody. I'd like that they try more of that. I think maybe that's the recipe for our success. Oh, here we go. A challenge. Maintained by John Marshall, who dilly-dallies around the top. Didn't do anything with it, but they keep possession in the end. Drive through, and this is even more ambitious than we saw in the first half. I'm going to say even less fruitful. Ball goes far wide, and that's going to be a goal kick. Let's see how we set up here. Looks like we're going to at least set up to build out of the back here. And then we pass and go right up to the forward line. We win the ball. Ullman gets possession. He's got that runner through. Unlucky. Hits the back of the heel of the defender, who did not know what was happening. I'm going to say he lucked out. So let's see what we can do. Velasquez was forward. Now this is going to be an example. What can we do in a quick attack down the right? That looked like a foul, but he maintains possession. He's run off the ball, but it's up in the air. Let's see if we can get it right back. Velasquez, big swing and a miss. Tosh there to recover. He does a great job getting his body between that guy and the ball and getting that ball back. And here's a direct attack, and he finds an open man. Swings it out right, wide, and that ball bounced at just the wrong time for Anderson, out for a John Marshall throw. Good pressure. Leads to a somewhat of a loose ball, but Wicks quick on his feet to intercept. See if we can't get there and keep it in bounds. Yeah, that did look like a Rochester throw, but we're going to take the red throw. Looks can be deceiving sometimes. A quick throw, but it doesn't fool the defense. Back to Junkers, who keeps possession, finds some open space, but no one's in it. Harrison trying to put some pressure on the ball, but looks destined to go. He keeps the ball in bounds, but no one there to help. So, speculative ball by John Marshall. Well positioned. Uh-oh. Numbers for Rochester. Let's see if we can't break it up here, and we do. Anderson out wide. He's got an outlet down the line. Rochester forced to go backwards. Solid defensive structure for West for now, but Rochester patient to keep the ball. Almost a turn away, but Rochester recovers. The through ball looks to be a little bit long. He's going to have a tough time catching that, and he can't. Does his best to put it over the fence. Missed. Really poor execution there by John Marshall. You know he wanted that over the fence. Didn't get it. The ball stays in the park. Mankato makes it count with a quick counterattack. We keep the ball in our 18. Bring it out wide. Here we go. No turn yet. This is getting a little dangerous here. The pressure's gotten pretty high on John Marshall's side as we try and I think Anderson's had enough of that. He sends it forward to Wicks. But West keeps possession. And Yonkers brings it to the right. Finds a teammate who tries to skip two lines. Misses. John Marshall's coming back with it. Trying to play a little through. Here's a dangerous run. He's going to have a shot on target. And puts it wide. It looks like he had that goal open. Good play by John Marshall. A quick tiki-taka there in the middle. And one of our players, it looked like, slipped as they tried to make the intervention, and that left a lot of space. But ball didn't go in. Here we go. Trying to build out of the back a little bit. Not many options forward. Ball out to the goalkeeper. Sends it out. And good defense there, but it's out for a corner. We're back to where we gave up our goal in the first minute here. Let's see if we can't get our heads on this and get it out. They played short on their corners in the first half. It looks like they're going to do it again. Unless... Oh, they tricked us. Corner comes in. Good height. Harrison goes up, misses it. Ball's out. We'll see if Ullman can track it down. Top speed. No signs of any kind of muscle injury there, but only one runner. Good outlet. Finds a man. Now we've got some space. Let's see what we can do to support this attack and keep it driving forward here. All right. He slows it down. Let's keep it at pressure here. John Marshall's back, and once they get back, they've got a really good structure. We're not having any luck puzzling through once they get set up. We'll see if West can't find some more opportunities for transition or find some way to turn that ball over. Once John Marshall gets set in defense, they've got a line of five and a line of, it looks like, 3. But when they're in possession, they've only got those 3 back. So those 2 wingers are doing a good job. Here comes a run on the right, but the ball just a little behind the John Marshall player, and Wicks is able to steal it as he loses it. And here comes a counterattack. Let's see what Velasquez can do to drive it forward. He does the opposite, keeps possession, but slows it down. Rochester passes through our left side defense. Let's see if they can challenge there and get the ball back. They do not. Here comes a dangerous situation. The shot comes in, but he's not able to. He tried to curl it around the goalkeeper, but that's a difficult shot from there. Was it deflected? It looks like it was. Another corner. Let's see what we can do to get a clearance here. I'd even take a bicycle kick clearance. No one close. So it looks like they'll send it along. Ullman the outlet if we can clear it out. They do play short. The ball comes in. It should be the goalkeepers. It is. Gets bumped, has some words. You can bet he won't try that again. Throws the ball out wide. That looks a bit high. And it goes back to the deep defense. Right back in. Anderson touches it away. Yonkers carries. Ullman's got some space. Tries the diagonal. Looks for Jacoby. At least he's trying. A good step. And now let's see if we can all move forward. Tosh driving forward. Holding. The midfields are kind of standing behind us when we get to play. There aren't a lot of forward runs through into space. Let's see what we can find here. Dangerous pass. It's given away. Might be a good time for a foul here. No foul, but the ball is intercepted by Wicks. Well played, and he got it out of bounds. That should give us time to recover and get set back up here. Got two subs coming in. Wursel. Yes.
Give the Scarlets number 8, Rasul Mohammed. Number 12, Noah Wursel. And number 10.
We're just double checking our numbers here, folks. Now we just made another sub, so Solsley's on. Actually, I think Wursel is not on. We're going to get back to you on this sub, but in the meantime...
Sorry, number 20, Abdi Abdullahi. And who else just came in?
Christian.
Yes. Window closed.
All right. Connor driving forward. He's got a runner. He's got to step into that. We're going to have to be a little more aggressive with our runs here if we want to try and get this defense exposed. John Marshall now with some runners coming through. They find one down the left. Powers by the defense. Amos steps in. The ball's loose. Amos has it. At the bottom, the ball comes out to the center of the 18. And the shot looks there. Good save. Solzo gets the ball clear. Now we've got an opportunity for a long ball that uses it. Here comes Ullman. It's going to be him and the goalie. The goalie beats him by a half step. That was some real danger there. Yeah, Ullman would have touched it right through. And it would have had an undefended goal, but the goalie did his job. DeMar's on. I only saw DeMar's.
Taking back into the Scarlets, number 11, Oliver DeMars.
Wursel is in the game. Ball comes out wide to Mohammed. Tosh tries the through ball. I don't know if he was on the same page, but it comes back out to Mars. Keeps possession. Square ball over to Ullman. This is going to be a foot race. Wursel wins it. Solzo, he left it for Christian, who goes back to Wursel, back to Christian. Cycles through to Tosh, who steps through. There's some pressure on his back. I think he's looking to tee one up. DeMars tries to get it onto his left foot for a shot, but it goes a little too far for him. Sebastian Homer back in the game at left back. Now John Marshall beat the lines there, and they had some odds-on runs, but Mateo does a good job stepping in. Oh, I don't know who that's a foul on. I'm going to say that should have been a Rochester foul. He tried to fall down and foul him while he was falling down, but the ref does not agree with me. All right. Looks like he's going to tee it up for a shot or some kind of magic. We'll see what their set piece coach has drawn up here. Ball's about 15 yards outside the 18, so about 35 yards. You can check my math at home. Now he moves it back a little bit. He wants it to come up and down over this wall. I think he's going to shoot this. He did. Didn't get anywhere close to getting over the wall. Somebody took the brunt of that, but the ball's back out to the side. It comes across, finds an open man, but he whiffs on the header. Goes out for a goal kick. Wicks back on. For Sebastian. Got a much-deserved rest. Oh, this is a dangerous shot if he can get it off. Well done by Mateo to run him off and win a goal kick. Really playing the line between foul and not foul, and he played it just right. Let's see if Mankato West can get some energy here, get some possession, win the ball. We got the jump chest. Ullman with a good turn. He's got some space in front of him. It looks like he's looking for a run for no. He plays the ball through. Well cut out by the defense. And that's a real tough ball to play. Sometimes it's got to be up. But it's really tough to do that on the turf. Speaking of tough to do, that is precisely what John Marshall does. Sends it up over the defense. The ball bounces and lands right on the foot of a John Marshall attacker. For those of you who couldn't see, we're all in agreement up here in the booth, plainly offsides. We're going to give them 2 demerits for that goal celebration. That was poor, if we're honest. (3-0) John Marshall, and it's going to take a lot for Mankato, who hasn't shown a lot of attacking opportunity here yet today to try and get something back. Let's see what the plan is. Tosh over to Solziat on the right. Wursel sends it up. Yeah. John Marshall's got some space here. He's got a runner on. He's going to have a chance to swing it back to the 18. He does. Doesn't find a John Marshall player, but the John Marshall player is able to cut it back. Now he's back into the 18, cuts it back. He's looking for a teammate. This is going to be a shot coming, well blocked. I'm not sure who eventually got it. It was either Abdi or Mateo, or maybe they'll both claim credit. We got a shoulder clearance. He's teeing up for a volley. Tosh disrupts. Now Ullman's running the other way with it. Wurzel's open if he can find him. Looks out left. Here comes Wicks. His first touch goes off the defender. Let's see if we can't get some energy and attack with some pace here on the throw-in. Back to Tosh. Swings it back to Mercel. Not many options. He's standing on the ball. Goes back across. Change the point of attack. That ball's cut out. He dives in and now he's behind the play, but the pass was errant on Rochester's side, and now Tosh brings it forward. No options for him. He's going to have to turn it around and carry. Tosh does a great job holding the ball, just didn't have any options there. Amos out wide. He's got some space to move forward. Oliver checks to it. Back, and that stays in bounds. Wicks kept it in. Nice job. Rochester wins the ball back, and when they do, they're not sending their players forward with numbers, at least yet. As I say that. Back to Amos. He goes long. He looks like he's found somebody out there. There's a chance. We've got two runners. We're not quite sure what the plan is, and we lose it. Rochester settles out wide right on their back line. Passes forward. A lot of pressure. 14 goes right past, and now he's got some space. Good step up by Wicks. Rochester complaining about a foul. We again are of the consensus that there was no foul. Oliver goes down. Plainly foul. 2 fouls in a row. This guy looks maybe injured off the ball. I don't know that he got bumped. Didn't look like much in any of that. Too much for Tosh to handle in the middle, though, and the ball goes clear. The defender sends it along. It's getting a little bit chippy. We're seeing a lot of people go down for reasons and a lot of no reasons, and this is one of the no reasons. But the call's the call. Here we go. We're about to send a play back in. We've got some numbers. The ball comes in. It should be for the goalie easy. It is not. And we do get the foul. He was undercut on the goalie as he goes through, so Shaft sends it out. Another hip check. Oliver is not fouled. Looks like a throw for Rochester. No. Clock continues to run. We're at 19 minutes and counting. Down 3-0. Looks like we had about 4-ish.
A lot of substitutions on that one. We're not going to try.
Many new players out here. Let's see if we can't bring some energy. We get a lot of feedback from the crowd. Luckily, it's all positive. Positive. That's how we like it. Rochester, let's see what their set piece coach has drawn up for this throw in here. Long throw to overlapping runs. It actually appears to work out very well. Number 3 running on, but Amos with a foul. It looks like we're going to see a yellow, so Amos is going to have to take a break. And that is going to be in another dangerous position, just a few yards outside the box on the right side. I expect to see a shot here. We'll see who's going to take it. They're trying to. There's some discussion, as is the custom when there's a yellow card. We tell the coaches there was a yellow card, lest they should have missed the play on the field. Now we come back, we're going to get the whole 10-yard setup. We'll allow the goalie to set up our wall. Looks like we got 4 in the wall, 1 next to the wall, ready to check that runner who looks like he's ready to come through. You can see Rochester's got numbers on the right. We've seen before where they try to pass on the ground for 1 touch, but from what I can tell, he's teeing it up to try and shoot. He does. He doesn't get either power or accuracy on it. That did take about 2 minutes off the clock. Amos checks back in. He's now playing on a yellow. He'll have to be careful, but I don't think he's too much worried about that. Shaft with the goal kick. Got the old knee bump. Solzy gets possession, swings it. Oh, it faked me out. He did not swing it at all. Switch directions. West gets direct, finds a man. He's got a runner coming through, and DeMars finds the runner along the right channel. Hamza tries to beat a man, gets behind him, but the defender comes back, tries to spin back, and the ball goes out for a Rochester throw. But let's see if we try and apply some pressure up here and force a turnover. I think Ballard has the same idea I did. He looks like he's planning on camping out high up here on the left. Rochester wins another throw a little bit further out, and it looks like they're comfortable moving forward. Here we go. Here's the 1-touch cross. Doesn't quite get to Ballard, but the ball skims off the defender's foot. It's got a lot of spin. Big swing and a miss by the defender. Really, he just left his leg out there and tripped himself, but yeah, if anything, that was a foul on White. He swung his foot, missed the ball, kicked red. It looked like to our Valiant fans that they were going to call it against Mankato. We weren't having any of that, just so you know at home. They're letting everybody know. So we're going to put it in. He may just shoot this. Oh, real sneaky. We come left. Wicks has an angle, plays the ball low, and to DeMars, who's making a run. That ball's, that's going to stay in bounds. But if there's one thing Rob can do, it's shield that ball out for a throw. We come back. We got some pressure. We swing it. Fake swing again. I'm really getting faked out here. Doesn't amount to anything on this occasion, but you can feel something's coming. It looks like there's a little more urgency to Mankato's game here. Amos deflects. Wicks comes back, gets goal side. Nowhere to go for John Marshall. Number 25 for John Marshall, seen his first game action. Wursel with the pass, finding the run to Ballard, and comes back out on the deflection to DeMars. DeMars, it looks like he's got to do something a little bit quicker, but in the time he spends on the ball, he gets fouled. He does not have to wait for a wall. He could shoot it right now if he wanted to. The goalie's not ready, but Rochester does enough to put him off. Now he steps back up to it and sets it. A discussion. And we're still waiting on our 10 yards. I expect DeMars to shoot here, but hopefully we can crash the goal, get something super awesome here. Spinning, but I don't think that ever had the power to beat the goalkeeper. And we weren't quite timed up to run onto that one. Ball comes back. Rochester wins it. Now they've got a 2-on-1. He gets by Solzy. They recover. Our midfield's a little bit slow in getting back, but we get back just in time to win this and start the counter. Wicks is determined to dribble through. Beats 4. And the progress is slowed right there. I think Mankato's going to need to take a few more risks than they've been taking with the ball if we want to try and get a goal here. Mankato does fine to maintain possession back here. Let's see if we can attack. Now we've got 3 runners. We're running through. No diagonal there, though. That was a volley attempt from about 40 yards out. Power for what? We're going to give you a heads up that there's a chance we lose the stream. Probably as a result of some foreign nation hack. Oliver gets it through, but it looks like he put it out a little bit hard. There's a chance for a foul call where they dive in and we've got to jump around him. But not on this instance. John Marshall with the throw. And Cato's moved forward. We're not going to let him out easily here. We're going to try and get this back. Nearly works. Ball goes through. 22, who has some speed, gets the ball across. We're going to have an open goal. Schaff does a good job to get out, get that ball, and not give any opportunity for a touch. Well timed by the goalie there. West looking to move forward here. And that's a good diagonal ball, but not on the same page as Ballard. It was not looking for a through ball. Wursel wins it back in a dangerous area. One-touch pass over to the corner. Is he going to get there? He does with time. Tries a one-touch, and it looks like we've won a corner. Is this our first corner of the day?
Yes, it is.
It's not our first, it's our second, and we'll take either one. We're just going to have to make this our first corner kick goal of the day. We sent everybody up except for, looks like we've got Wicks and Junkers back. No, Junkers has decided it's his turn to score. Sends Mohamed Hassan back, and corner's about to come in here. Ball's low, it doesn't get up. No danger. It's going to be one-on-one. Looks like he's going to try and hold up. We're recovering in numbers. There shouldn't be any danger here, but we need the ball to score. Junkers clears for a throw-in. Good hustle. Folks, I think it's important for you to know at home that Mark Ullman just ran, by my estimation, a 4.340 out to get a power chord, and a 4.240 on his way back in once he realized the urgency of the situation. Ball up, dangerous shot, but it goes over the post. I think we had it covered. That's going to give us an opportunity to get the ball and go the other way. Time is getting short at this point. We're at 9.5 minutes left. Ullman flicks on. Sozo keeps possession. Over to Junkers. Back to Amos. Back to the goalie. We're going to try and do some possession with the purpose here. Down the sideline. Shimmer shake, and shimmer shake. So is it Ullman? Ullman finds some space to drive forward. He's going to try it. We've got 2 players making the through ball run. Finds neither of them. But Ullman wins it back anyway. Isaac running out of space and room. John Marshall trying to keep possession. Slowly driving forward. 7 goes right past. Sends it across. Defense gets there and clears the line. The ball was sitting in front of the goal. Great job to be on your feet. Shot comes in. That's going to be way wide. Dangerous spot there. Mankato on the ball. Got it out. Playing it out of the back here. Wicks has moved forward into an attacking position from his normal left back spot. He's now basically playing like a second number 9. We try and find him. We don't, but the ball goes out for a throw. Ballard to Wicks. We've got, looks like an argument between our two central defenders about who is in fact going to score our first goal for us, and I think we'll just let them resolve that. Christian wins the ball. Finds some space. It's just him. He sends it way wide. Ballard gets it. More discussion. Over to Ullman on the right side. Let's see if they can't find an opening towards the opponent goal. Here we look. Looking for Tosh. That was close. There's another opportunity there. I couldn't get the timing right. He started to take off on his run, had to pull it back, and I think that yeah, he may have been. I think Isaac tried to wait. Now Isaac's won it back. Cuts it back. We've got some real width out here on the left side when we have the ball. I think we'd like to see some central attacking. John Marshall wins the throw here. Tosh with a slick move to keep possession. Out to Ballard, who's driving forward on the dribble, but that ball's going to go right out of bounds. John Marshall throw. Oh. Driving through. Wicks carries. Comes back. No options. Comes all the way back to where he started. Sends it back, intercepted by John Marshall. Wicks dives in, misses. Solzy dives in, misses. This could be a dangerous situation, but again, these are the risks you take when you're down. Mateo intercepts, promptly loses it. John Marshall attacking here. Ullman steals it right back. Now we've got 4 running. Let's see what we can do here. Ballard. We're still a little bit slow in moving it once we get that counterattack going. Easier said than done when they've run for the game up to this point. Ball through, but it's a little too close to the middle, so the goalie claims, brings it out. Rochester not in too big of a hurry. Nevertheless, driving forward, this should be Mateo. I'm not sure who they're going to call that out off of. Goal kick. Clock. Do we just stop the clock on all subs inside 5?
Inside 5. If not on all subs, only on subs that the leading team is subbing. The way I learned the rule is if both teams are subbing, you stop the clock. But if only the winning team is subbing, you stop the clock. But
We're getting some clock logistics here
he had to stop.
for you at home. Simple answer is whenever the ref holds up his hands in the top secret X motion.
But on that yellow, he didn't. So he's supposed to. But he didn't. They sometimes get a little overzealous on the cards. Forget to do it.
Ballard's got a chance here. He's got a runner. He's going to have to try and beat his guy. Again, puts it a little bit ahead of him. Trying to get that speed up, and the ball runs out on this turf. It's tough to keep it in control at top speed here. Alright, Ballard intercepts to Ullman. And that looked like he threw himself down, but it's the sort of call you tend to get, especially as a defender. John Marshall in no big hurry here. They're up 3-0, 3 minutes to go. They don't look to be driving particularly forcefully for a goal. I think they'd be happy to leave with a 3-0 victory. Let's see if we can't get some runs here. We've got an open back post. We've got a shot that just goes over. Decent chance. We're going to see
Yep. So keep the clock going.
2 Mankato subs. Two and a half minutes. I think we need to go about every, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. Being realistic, I think we should score in 20 seconds though. Alright. Fancy footwork. That doesn't get us too far. Isaac gets through, gets fouled. Dangerous position. And let's see what we can't do here. We're setting up a wall, a good 5 yards away.
Just kill tactic for time.
Ullman to take here from the left side, about even with the 18, about 8 yards wide. Plays it across. Looks like Connor's setting up for a shot. Sends a curler. Good power. Curled just a bit over. Good effort. I think that was what they were looking for. Didn't work out this time. West still pushing forward. Let's see if they can't find a turnover here.
1 minute to go, second half.
Taylor wins the ball back, finds an outlet. Tosh turns. Finds a runner. Tries to cut back, finds some space on the cutback. Puts it through just behind Ullman. Amos wins the header. Rochester players have some energy. Tanner Demdike does a great job winning the ball back. Here we go. Down the right side. That's going to be too far on the through ball. Good burst of energy from our subs here. We've got about 15 seconds left. And the ball comes in. Long shot. Deflected. This could be a chance here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's going to be it from Mankato. 3-0 final. I think we missed a goal there. It is in fact 3-0.
We did miss a goal. There you go.
We've been playing on your emotions all night.
Thanks for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. Your Scouts play again on Thursday versus Albert Lee. Game time 7 p.m. Make sure you check your area and take everything with you. Have a great night. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all this here. You can see that. When is the next one? Okay, Thursday. Here versus Albert Lee. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep this tape here. I tape this so it doesn't fall. And I'm just going to leave all this stuff like this. And then what you can see is all you need to do. So when you're done, you can close this. And then you hit end broadcast. podcast.